your teammates today. What are you going to put on the line?
Oregon-Washington is one of the biggest rivalries in college football. It's an honor to play in a game like this.
We're just trying to cause havoc. It's a dogfight.
Our offense, we're savages.
Two unbeaten teams, and we definitely know the significance of it.
I anticipate Husky Stadium being revved up for this one.
There's no love lost here, right? Washington, Oregon has always been a line.
And y'all know what time it is, baby.
In this spectacular Seattle setting, the banks of Union Bay, it's Husky Stadium. Oregon versus Washington has never been neighborly. It's always been bitter, and it's never been bigger. The Ducks and the Dogs collide for the first time ever as top 10 teams. Welcome to ESPN's Afternoon College Football on ABC in this presentation of the Pac-12 on ESPN. It is part of Avocados from Mexico Tailgate Week. Since Dark 30, this place has been fired up and ready for this biggest ever Oregon-Washington game. Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit, Holly Rowe will join us. Man, we've been hearing how bitter this thing is, but more importantly, it's significant. These two teams are just beginning a race in the rugged Pac-12. We think they're the most complete teams in the conference. They think they can each win the league and get to the playoff, but they've never been in each other's way quite like today, Kirk.
Yeah, the buildup of this is everything you'd hope for. I mean, we had a great showdown last week in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl with OU Texas. Here we are a week later in Seattle. These teams, again, not only do they not like each other, there's so much at stake here. The winner here, not that the season's over, they just put themselves in a really good spot rest of the year.
Great quarterback matchup. Two guys who've been reborn in the Pacific Northwest and have a ton of experience. Bo Nix, of course, you know, began at Auburn as a teenager. He made a splash. He was the son of Patrick Nix, his dad, quarterback there, and coached him. He beat Oregon as an 18-year-old, but then some ups and downs, some coaching turmoil. He comes up to Oregon, Kirk, and look at the stats that he's had in 1.5 seasons as the Ducks quarterback.
Yeah, I think those 3 years at Auburn, it was a lot of weight, a lot of pressure. I think he took things personally there. And I think coming up to the Pacific Northwest in Eugene, it's freed him up. You know, last year he had a great year. You could see monster year this year, making incredible decisions. Only one pick, completing 80% of his passes. Now, the stakes get much higher. He's on the road in an environment and a defense that's going to try to take away those easy throws, put as much pressure on him as they can.
Another 23-year-old quarterback, Michael Penix, almost as experienced as Bo Nix. In Indiana, he showed flashes, but man, did he have some awful luck with injuries. 2 torn ACLs. He hurt both of his shoulders, including the left throwing shoulder in 21. He comes up to Washington. Kirk, he has stayed healthy. Back-to-back off seasons has really helped his development as a quarterback.
Yeah, another example of the transfer portal era that we're in with these quarterbacks. Both these guys going head-to-head today. The veteran experience that you mentioned. One had to overcome some issues on the field. The other off the field. All those injuries. It really has hardened him. And right now he's executing as well as any quarterback in the country. And I would argue he's got the best group of wide receivers in college football.
Beware of the Dogs indeed. They are a defensive nightmare for opponents. These Huskies went to Eugene and pulled off a dramatic comeback victory behind Michael Penix Jr. Ducks have not forgotten that, not for a single day, they say, since that home loss a year ago. Washington and Oregon. Sit back and enjoy this from the bedlam of Husky Stadium. Kickoff coming up.